and he knows as well as everybody.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Not just the
Seventh
importance,
frame.
it's the fact that he's up against John Higgins. They are the numbers 1 and 2. Higgins knocking on the door. He may be there one day. 3-all, 2 to play here this afternoon.
So Stephen, having been out of the arena, comes back. He's got a half chance again from John Higgins' break. But the red behind the black might be in the way of the pass of the cue ball, so this time a safety shot off the back. But I think Stephen Hendry always knew that this was going to be a tough match. If and when it materialised, he was very aware of John Higgins' abilities. And it's proving, I think, just as tough as he thought it might be.
Let's see what he does with the long one this time. Don't think there's a path through to the red over the corner pocket. Pink seems to be in the way, and there you can see it. Well, that could be a bit of a blunder. He didn't want to get the white back down the table. He just wanted to get down towards the middle pocket. I'm not quite sure whether Stephen can get through to the red. But he can knock one onto the other, and you've got a perfect picture of it there, and he'll be on the black if it goes in. Yes.
One.
I think John's thinking he was a little unlucky not to be able to get through to the red off Stephen's attempt at the pot. And
9.
He can't blame Stephen, though, for the bad safety shot that followed. That's down to him. Now he's got to see how costly it's going to be.
Well, that was a little baffling, that positional shot that Stephen played there. He's not on anything.
Stephen Hendry, 16.
Just all a little bit ragged at the moment. Not a good safety shot there. Two more frames this afternoon. Wow. He's managed to pot 2 reds, but the cue ball, you can't believe, is finished tight up against the red. The only colour he can hit is the green.
John Higgins, 2.
Well, I think that was a perfect example, perhaps, of what John Virgo was talking about. In between these frames, that Stephen didn't look for the safety shot. It was difficult. He committed himself to a pot which he had no way really of getting the cue ball safe or even knowing where it was going. And he could have left an easier shot than this. Managed the pot, but wasn't able to control the cue ball now. Does he take on a long black or a blue to the corner?
John Higgins, 1.
Well, another missed chance. I think both players will be glad to get to the interval. As I say, 2 more frames and then back on this evening. And I think that's when all the fireworks are going to happen.
1.
It's going to be 4 frames each, or 5 frames to 3. I think if either player could go into the interval 5-3 up, they'd be absolutely
7.
delighted. I think they'd both settle for 4 frames each.
$16. 20. 21. 26. 27.
I think John can consider himself a little unlucky this frame. 2 splendid attacking strokes, one where he potted 2 reds and didn't finish on the black, and he had every right to think he would. And then another good pot, which, well, he left him a very tough shot on the blue. Would have paid dividends if he'd got it, but it's now turned out to have cost him these points here, and, well, it could well cost him the frame. Not to take anything away from Stephen, of course. He's got to make them.
Stephen's still thinking very well. He had a chance to cannon into the 3 reds. He's now looking at the
39.
scoreboard, but that'll tell him that he doesn't need those 3 reds.
40.
John Higgins already requiring snooker.
Not too happy with that, but
46.
the scoreboard tells him he's really safe. I think 59 in front, as you see. Just the 3 reds on the table.
Stephen Hendry.
John Higgins
46.
will just try to get a couple of snookers or so. With 3 reds on. It's far from a lost cause if he can get just a couple. Well, it isn't now.
Foul. Stephen Hendry 4. Frame conceded.
And John, I thought, conceded as he left the table. So Stephen Hendry now back into the lead at 4 frames to 3.
Leaving us one more to play here this afternoon. If you just come in, let me remind you, this is the best of 17 in the Skoda Grand Prix final, so you need 9 on your card to win the trophy. The first big trophy of the new season in the UK, and the £60,000. We were saying just now the top 2 players in the world here at the moment, no doubt about that at all, Hendry and Higgins. We're just talking to